What's going on, football world? It's Carter with X's and O's, and on this video I'm going to be discussing a route system I like to use for the bootleg concept. So to begin the video, I'm going to first start off by discussing exactly that, which are going to be the route rules, or the route system rules. Keep in mind that the routes that I draw up on this video are not going to be to scale, obviously, because I don't have yardage lines on this template. That's for space purposes. So if you want to go back and check out the pass route tree video to get specific routes and routes that are scaled to size or dimensions for the football field, go back and watch that video at your convenience. But for space purposes, these routes will not be to scale. When we are talking about route system rules for the bootleg concept, keep in mind that we are always going to work from the play side. We're going to work from play side to backside. And that's going to be important when you're coaching this or installing this, because that pretty much starts off how your players are going to know what routes they are going to be responsible to run. So again, the route system rules, keep in mind that we're going to work from play side to backside. Okay, excuse me, let's first start off with the number one wide receiver. And keep in mind also, I did do a previous video that talks about the pre-snap numbering of offensive wide receivers. Do not take that into account when we're talking about these rules and these routes. That the two concepts or the two topics do not go hand in hand. So keep that in mind. But the number one wide receiver is going to be responsible to run a post corner. A post corner. Or some people like to call this a flag. So whatever you like to call it, but number one wide receiver to the play side is going to be running a post corner. Alright, so down here, let's start off by putting in some receivers, and I'm going to kind of draw the first diagram as we talk about the rules. And so down here I have an I right. And let's say we have some type of bootleg call on. So let's say we have some type of 28. For me, that would be a fake to the tailback. So let's say we have a 28 boot. And so the quarterback, again, the bootleg is a type of counterplay. You know, so we're gonna try to get the defense flowing in this direction, and we're going to come back over here to the left if we're looking from the offensive point of view. So it's a type of counterplay. So the first receiver on the play side would actually be the X. He is the number one wide receiver, and he is going to run the post. He's going to run the post corner. Let me clean that up a little bit. He's going to run the post corner. And the reason why I like to run the post corner on the front side is because as the play action is occurring going to the right, we're also going to bait that cornerback and that maybe that free safety in the middle of the field to think that everything is going to be going to his left, our right. And so that post is going to make that cornerback and maybe even that free safety think everything is going to their left. And then once that quarterback comes back out on the bootleg, we're going to stem that off, or we're going to come out of that break and we're going to run the run to the flag, which is the post corner. Okay, let's go back to the second wide receiver. The second wide receiver to play side, I am going to put in pink. And he is going to run some type of flat route. He's going to run some type of flat route. So he's going to run to the flat, And this could be a variety of concepts. It could be an arrow where he runs straight out to the flat, or it could be some type of pivot route. And a pivot route is exactly that, where a player runs in, baits the defense as if he's going to go into the middle of the football field, pivots like a basketball player, and then goes back out to the flat. So that could be some type of pivot route or arrow. Now, the number 2 wide receiver in this situation is the fullback, if we are counting from left to right, because again, we are working from play side to back side. Well, the actual play side is the left side here. So the second wide receiver is going to be the fullback. So once the fullback steps out of the way of the quarterback's going to fake the ball to the tailback, because remember, we have some type of 28 bootleg called. Once the fullback clears that, I would like to have him come underneath the line of scrimmage. He might even chip on this backside defensive end to help that quarterback get out of the pocket. And then he's just going to simply run out to the flat. He's going to gain maybe 2 yards. And he's going to get out here to the flat like so. And run some type of flat route. The next receiver, the number 3 wide receiver, I'm going to put in X's and O's blue. Number 3 is going to run a drag to the curl. He is going to run a drag to the curl. And I'll show you what I mean. He's going to run a drag to the curl. So we're counting again from working play side to back side. 1, 2, the Y would be number 3. And so once we want the Y to carry out a good pass blocking fake, so he might do some type of arc release here, where he's going to drop step if it's a 28 counter, or excuse me, a 28 boot, and he's going to run his footwork, and then he's going to arc release, and he's going to get into the drag, and then drag to the curl. And then once he gets into the curl, he's going to want to settle down in here, slow down, because we don't want a bunch of traffic along the sideline. So he's going to drag to the curl right there. The 4th wide receiver, I'm going to put in X's and O's green. And I am going to put him in X's and O's green because I think this is the money ball. And green is the color of money. But this is going to be a backside post. This opens up all the time because you're getting the free safety in that backside corner. A lot of times, again, to no man's land. So he's going to run a backside post. Some people like to run a skinny post. I like a backside post, and I'll tell you why. So again, counting from play side to backside. 1, 2, 3. The Z would be number 4. He would be number 4. Why do I like the backside post? Because again, as we are working up the field, he's running straight up the field to about anywhere between 10 and 12 yards. The cornerback, the free safety, the linebackers, they're going to be seeing not only the receivers coming at them, but they're gonna also have to respect the fact that the tailback is coming at them. So this cornerback is going to be in a straight back pedal. If this tailback is attacking this corner and this Z is running at him, this cornerback's going to be in a straight back pedal in some type of cover 3. If it's a cover 2, he's playing hard, and that could be better for us because when we run the backside post, we're going to be attacking the middle of the field. But let's say on a cover 3, we're going to keep this corner honest on this side of the football field. And as soon as the quarterback boots out, we're going to be able to create space in between the corner and the free safety, or any safety of any kind. Cover 3 would probably be optimal as far as running the skinny post. If we want to run a true backside post, a cover 2 or a cover 4 is going to be a nice defense to run this against. But we're going to create space by keeping this cornerback honest, because he's going to see the Z-back running straight at him. He's going to see the tailback coming at him. He's going to see basically flow at him. And then whenever this quarterback runs the counter, which is actually the bootleg. We're going to create space between the safeties and the cornerback. And so then we're just going to attack the middle of the field to the post, and hopefully when this quarterback is booting back. Now the hard thing about this is it does come open a lot, but it is a backside throw, so the quarterback's momentum is going to be going to the left. He would have to throw it back across his body to the middle of the field. But this backside post comes open all the time. Okay, finally, number 5. There is always 5 receivers in 11-man football. Not always. There's always exceptions to the rules, but in most cases, number 5 is going to carry out the block, or excuse me, carry out the fake. Carry out the fake. And also, he wants to block the first chaser. Meaning, if there's a blitz guy, if it's a defensive end coming hard off the edge, he wants to block the first chaser. So as this tailback comes, okay, he's going to carry out his fake. He's going to try to sell everything going off to the right, offensive right, defensive left, and then he's going to block. I'm just going to put a line there. He's going to block the first chaser. So there you have the route system for the bootleg concept. What I'm going to do in the other boxes is show you how this works when we simply flip it, but we're going to keep the receivers in the same spots. And so this should go fairly quickly. Let me clean up that X a little bit. So we're going to, again, stay in the I formation, X, Y, and the Z. Now we are going to run action to the left. So let's say we have some type of 27. Say we have some type of 27. The quarterback is going to carry out his fake, and we are going to boot or counter back to the right. All right. Again, we are counting wide receivers from play side to backside, and so now the Z back would be number 1. He is going to run his post corner. So you can see the rules stay consistent. At this point, Y, the Y or the tight end is number 2. He is going to carry out his footwork. He's going to make sure everybody thinks it's going over here to the left, and this is where that pivot route comes in, and he's going to run it back out to the flat. That pivot route is nice because it allows time for the quarterback to catch up. Also, if the quarterback decides to run, now you have, well, on this diagram to the left, you have a fullback as a lead blocker. Over here, you have a tight end as a lead blocker. Number 3, in this case, would be the fullback. And the fullback is going to get out of the way, try to get through the line as soon as possible in a hurry, and he's going to run that drag to the curl, and he's going to settle down in the curl. Number 4 is the backside post from play side to backside. So now the X is number 4. He's going to run the backside post, which is a lot of times the money ball, as I said in the previous diagram. And then the tailback is still number 5. Oh, and I did not put number 5 over here, so let's go ahead and do that. Number 5. And over here he stays number 5 because he is the person who is going to carry out the fake, and then he is going to block the first chaser, like so. So as you can see, with this rule system, it's really nice. Again, it's going to take a little bit of coaching because all the players need to know what the rules are and they need to know what number they are, but it stays consistent and it's a nice way to run a bootleg. Let's go down here. I'm going to show you a few more examples out of the a shotgun situation. So let's drop in our Y on both sides, because I'm going to keep it the same just to prove the point. The Z, I'm going to bring the tailback out into a slot, and the X, Z, the tailback, and the X. Again, let's say we have motion or a play going to the right. In this case, you know, we could actually be, it could be more like a sprint. But let's say actually I'm going to move the fullback over. Let's move the fullback over. So that would be the only adjustment, not a major adjustment. But let's move the fullback over here just for argument's sake. So we get a shotgun, okay, and we run like a zone read fake over here, and the quarterback is going to bootleg out over into this direction. You can run bootleg out of shotgun. So counting wide receivers from play side to backside, the Z back is number 1. He is going to run your post corner. He is going to run the post corner like so. Number 2 would be the Y, or the tight end. Number 2, again, he would get some type of pivot route, and he's going to come out here into the flat. Number 3, counting from play side to backside, number 3, is the tailback, who is split. See, so even your tailback is going to have to know various routes to run. Drag to the curl, settle down in the curl, like so. And then your backside is going to be number 4. Always is going to be number 4 as the backside. And there again you have your backside post to the middle of the football field. Number 5 is now the fullback. The fullback is now number 5. He is going to carry out his fake and block the first chaser. Finally, let's go to the other side and do our final diagram. Again, shotgun, running some type of, this would be a 37 because the fullback is the 3 back. I did do a video on that as well. There we have our fake. Quarterback's going to boot, get outside the pocket. All right. Number 1 is the X, post corner. Number 2 is the tailback. Number 2 is the tailback. So again, he might want to run some type of pivot. Now he might make this look like a slant and then pivot back outside. Those are all things you're going to have to practice and coach up. Number 3 is going to be the tight end. Number 3 is the tight end. So again, he's going to probably do some type of arc release, drag it into the curl, settle down like so. And then number 4 is your Z back. And again, you have your money pattern, which is your backside post. Number 5 is again the fullback, because he is carrying out the fake and he is blocking the first backside chaser. So again, this has been a video discussing the route system for the bootleg concept. It's a nice system. As you can see, it works well with different, I did it out of a I formation and also out of a gun formation where you have a slot. The players are going to have to know all the rules. I do have the rules here color coded and broken down. Keep in mind that you always want to work from the play side to the back side, but it's a nice system to install, a simple system. Once the coaching is in place, it works really nicely. As you can see, we are flooding a vertical zone, so you have first level, second level, and third level, plus a backside, and then also your quarterback, if he can run, is a running threat. So there's a lot of bonuses to this type of concept, and the concept is easy to install as long as the players know their responsibilities. As always, I hope this has added to your knowledge of the game of football, whether you are a player, a coach, or a fan. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, leave a comment in the comment section if you'd like to see a video topic in the future, or email me at xzandos.com, and appreciate your time. There'll be more videos to come.